You're watching Masters in Trading Live with Jonathan Rose.
Hey guys, it's Jonathan and we're back for a full week of trading. So we had a deal, right? We had 100 likes, gets us a free trade. We didn't change it. We moved it a little bit to 150 likes. Friday, we got our most views for a live show and we got 185 likes. So guys, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're watching, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. We get to 150 likes and I'm gonna give another free trade tomorrow. I got a free trade for you today. If you go back and watch the last 7 videos and look at the free trades, they've been freaking really good. The trades have been great. I can't give individual advice, but if I'm gonna share a trade every day and you guys are gonna take those trades, I would love for you guys get in those trades. When they start working, lock in profits. Lock in profits. Grow your account. That's the number one thing that you need to do, especially if you just started watching me and I give you a trade, it's making a whole bunch of money, get out. Lock in profits because that's the way that you're going to be able to really start trusting me when I share different things. So we'll go over a few things today and then at the end, I got another really cool trade for you. But I want to talk about quantum today because going into 2025, I released 3 videos. And those 3 videos were on my 3 favorite sectors going into 2025. One sector was quantum, uranium, and then 3 drones. All 3 of those sectors are flying higher, but at what point do you just lock in profits? At what point do you wait for a pullback and say, you know what? We freaking nailed it. Great trade. Now, let's get out of some of those quantum names and wait for a pullback. We will get a pullback. We will get a pullback. I promise. There's always a pullback. Let's go to the screen. I got a whole bunch of stuff to cover. Looking forward to it. All right, guys. Here it is. Quantum Mania. Quantum Mania. The 2025 call that hit big and why it's time to consider halting. I said this at the beginning of the year, quantum is going to overtake AI in the lexicon of investing this year. Okay. So on January 8th, 2025, guys, I went live on Masters in Trading and said something. I said quantum is going to overtake AI in the lexicon of investing this year. Then I did what most analysts never do. I gave you 5 specific names with exact prices for us to follow. Here is the actual screenshot from the video. 5 stocks to watch in 2025. Here they are. I'm going to go through each one of those names to see where we are right now. Here are the names. We had IBM, Big Blue at 227, IonQ, D-Wave, Rigetti, QUBT. These are the 5 quantum names going into the year right now. IBM's up 26%. IonQ is up 84%. QBTS is up 315%. Rigetti is up 244%. And then QUBT is up 67% if we mark to markets right now. Now, guys, what more can we expect? That is a phenomenal, phenomenal return. In our Discord, we've traded many of these names over and over and over. One of the free trades we gave out last week was QBTS when it was trading at 20. We did some options on that. Many people made over 200, 300%. Well, now, let's be smart. So that's an average of 147%, while the S&P has added just 11%. If you acted on the call, you didn't just beat the markets. These are once in a decade kind of returns. And obviously, here they are. But also, nobody ever went broke taking profits. Okay? The way that we trade is probably different than many of you guys have learned in the past. That's why it's so important to lock in profits. Lock in profits and wait. There will be another time to get back into these names. So here we go. From breakout to bubble, I read a really cool paper about quantum over the weekend, and I want to share the highlights, okay? This is not the time to chase these names. Quantum computing is very real. The science is genuine, but most of what's driving stock prices right now is the NISQ era. Noisy, intermediate scale quantum hardware that can run small, delicate programs, but can't yet deliver fault-tolerant, real-world breakthroughs. Think .com stocks. Yes, Amazon changed the world. Amazon broke out, but how many of those pets.com were there? So right now, with these quantum names moving so strongly, it's time to get out of the speculative ones. The names that I like for quantum are going to be the big guys right now. IBM, Microsoft, Google. These are the names that I want to be long. The high flyers, I want to wait. I think that the high flyers are going to come back. I think most of them will lose over 50%. So here's going to be the portfolio playbook. September 29th, this might change by the end of the year. These names are over their skis. Too high, too fast. It's time to come back down and prove that they're making money. During this time, that's when we want to be long the bigger names. So when everything is running, take the profits on the bubble names and put yourself back in the real names with hardcore substance. Just pull this up right now just to give you a look at the quantum names. Certainly don't need Circle as a quantum name, Lilly as a quantum name. But what's really happened, guys, is watch the market caps. These market caps are getting out of control. We started when we were in these were under $1 billion market cap, a lot of them. And it's really, really getting to be a sustained big industry. So we don't want these all at a 10 billion market cap when they're not making any money. Okay? Before I get into today's trade, guys, I want to show you a chart. And for the chart, and I call this kind of like common sense trading. Let's look at QBTS. Okay, stocks have a rhythm. Up, down, up, down, up, kind of down, okay, up. It's time for a breather. Let it breathe, let it come back, and get better entry points. Do not chase these names. Rigetti, the same thing. Straight up. What does it do right after that? It gets crunched. So this move is going to look very, very similar to this move. Will it come down? Well, maybe it just comes down to, for Rigetti, in the 20s. That's fine. It's a nice, healthy correction that the market will absolutely do because it's going to try to scare out weak hands. Okay? That's my opinion on these quantum names. I've seen this movie so many times throughout my 27-year career when these names spike higher, pull back, spike higher, pull back. You want to get on prints when they're making these really, really strong moves. IonQ at 5, currently up 1,200%. Lock in profits. Don't expose yourself. Okay? All right, guys. With that being said, it's time for the trade. Guys, if you've been enjoying these trades, make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you like. We're trying to get over 50% of the live audience to like. So if you like these trades, show it by liking. All right, guys. Here's the trade for today. This is not the trade for today. I teased. We did share Carmen. We shared Carmen 828. Are you guys in Carmen? KRMN. We shared this about a month ago. Carmen was the poor man's Katos. Katos attacked your own company. Carmen also deals in defense, has lots of contracts with the government, but Carmen right now, it's getting up to its expected move. These are the expected moves. Why didn't we have expected moves before this? Because they didn't have options before this. Once the options started trading, the expected moves started happening. The expected move for KRMN, guys, is 77. We will look to cover KRMN once we get close to 77. Another just phenomenal trade. So congrats to everybody that was able to take advantage of that. Remember the expected move at 77. We are getting close to locking in profits. Here's the trade of the day. High, ticker symbol, high, Hillenbrand. Here it is. Ticker symbol on Friday. This came up on our Monday advance notice unusual option activity. Massive trade out in high. And the trade, buying the 30s and selling the 35s. So we buy 30s and we sell 35s. Buy, sell. Let's say we do that for 30s. Let's say we do those for 2. 35s. Let's say we do that for 50 cents. It's a $1.50 trade. You can never lose more. And the most that you can make on this trade is 5 minus $1.50. So it's $3.50 if you win, $1.50 if you lose. Buying the 30s, selling the 35s in Hillenbrand. Ticker symbol HI. If you have any questions about this trade, guys, I encourage you to watch it over on YouTube. I'll say it again, 53 days out, we're buying the 30s, we're selling the 35s. This is called a vertical call spread. It's a $150 trade, or if you do a 10 lot, it's a $1,500 trade. All right? 150 likes, we can get it there. If you're watching and you haven't given the like yet, what are you doing, guys? Give that like. And we'll see you guys live tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Probably gonna have another free trade once we get over those 150 likes. For everybody in our all access, you guys hang tight. We'll be right back and we'll go over some of our open positions. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hey, All Access, hopping back on. How is everyone?